In this world, angels live among us. Many great invincible beings of immeasurable power, a bridge between us and the gods. These creatures are not as you might imagine them. While some are human-like in their appearance, most are alien. A sitting mountain, a giant boar, a hovering sphere. Each of the angels provides a powerful boon to the surrounding area and its inhabitants. They do not speak to us. They do not move. We built our world around them. They shaped our cultures. We rely on them. Until something dark came along. Now, one by one, the angels have been slain. The people of the lands around them slaughtered. A wave of death is spreading across our world. Only a few places remain as a final bastion of life. Only a few against an endless horde of oblivion. And within these few, a single band of unlikely heroes, bound by forces beyond their understanding. In this world, there is only a single word that describes their soul-bound connection.
Inside of the tower, after the vampire vacates and everyone's able to settle down again and sort of relax enough at least to finally get some rest, we witness each of our player characters sleeping, or at least Seer will be in some sort of trance state. Sirus, what do you dream of? What is happening in your dream?
The vampire is he's bitten me, and he's created a wound in my neck that won't stop bleeding. And I feel all of the blood leaving my body. But as it continues to spill out, it's turning black. And then slowly my fingers are turning black. My toes, my legs. Until I can't discern where I am in the darkness any longer.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, yeah. 12.
12. As you are moving through this darkness, and you're witnessing your fingers and skin turn sort of inky, you would feel something bizarre, a sort of invasive presence that is starting to warp your dream around you. You can be aware of it either lucidly or just, you know, that same way that dreams will just shift and change around you. Out of the the darkness and out of the kind of ink that you're moving through, these mountains start to raise up and grow in the distance. You can see them. They're the only things that have light here. You can see that they're snow-capped. And underfoot, suddenly you start stepping onto twigs and trees and broken branches of a lot of dead trees. I would go so far as to say blighted trees rather than dead trees. They've been sort of they've been blighted. For a moment, that sort of ink underfoot sort of abates, and while the sky above you remains sort of full dark, you still have this kind of ink traveling down your skin very slowly. What are you doing?
I start running towards the mountains.
Okay.
Running.
Yeah, give me another wisdom saving throw.
13.
And then roll me a d8.
5.
It's hard to run. It's that horrible thing of running underwater almost. As you start to try and run, not only does it feel like your legs are heavy, but the ground underfoot is difficult to maneuver on. Do you think Sirus, well, given the choice of 2 words, which one would she pick? Permanence or impermanence?
Permanence.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check.
20.
Oh, wow. Okay. Permanence, a 20. The mountains take on this bizarre form as you're attempting to run towards them. You recognize they're not mountains at all. This is the carcass of a great bird. There is a skull sort of shifting and moving within this mountain range, biting and snapping its beak. The eye or eye socket seems to locate you and fix on you, and then you wake up. The ends of your fingers and the ends of your toes are stained with that black ink. It is essentially a tattoo. You brought it out from the dream. And you're aware of that because you rolled a 20. Okay. Jilden. At some point during the night here, you're able to get some sleep. I don't think of anyone. I would imagine you're the least frightened and worried about this vampire that's potentially lurking around anyway, so I can't imagine that it would have been too difficult to fall asleep for you. What does Jilden dream of?
Yes, I fall asleep quite fitfully and easily. And when I close my eyes, I'm back in a familiar dream again, one I've had a few times here and there. I'm stumbling through a forest. A densely overgrown forest, except that it's dark, because I overslept again when I made camp. The ground is slippery. It's hard to find purchase. There are sounds all around me, strange sounds, creatures making all sorts of monstrous noises, ones I've seen before and ones I've never seen in my life. But it feels like I've been wandering for hours, maybe even days. And then there's a feeling, like a cat unfurling, yawning and stretching inside my mind. And then a voice. It's his voice. So dark, the voice says, and I feel comfort and warmth in a way I haven't felt in so long. I straighten my posture. I'm no longer afraid, and in fact I feel ashamed that Elnaeus has seen me this way. Weak. When I blink again and open my eyes, I can see. And the forest is quiet, but alive. There are strange creatures everywhere. They've got teeth, and they're glinting in the dark, in the bushes, and around the leaves. They're looking at me from the tree branches, but I'm not afraid anymore. And I know there's nothing to fear. In fact, they should be fearing me. So I continue walking.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
11.
Yeah, you're walking through this forest. You're moving. Are you moving towards something in particular? Somebody? Or the village? Or away from something?
I'm just wandering, as I used to tend to, trying to see whatever encampment I can come across.
Okay. Roll me a d7, please. 4. Given the option, would Jilden let's just say prefer chaos and disorder or playfulness and humor?
Chaos and disorder, absolutely.
Okay, roll me another wisdom saving throw, please.
14.
You continue to move through this environment. Slowly it begins to shift around you from a forest to a swamp to a bog to a cold bog. It gets cold, very, very cold. The type of cold that I don't know if Jilden is used to, with, you know, the shell and the thickness of her skin and sort of ability to adapt to environments. But you recognize that the area is sort of a cold bog, but that the reason that you are cold is that you are missing a heart. You don't have one. There is a hollow place where your heart should be. Where is it?
It's in my hand.
There's another hand that curls around yours and attempts to take the heart. Do you let them?
Yes.
Elnaeus sort of beckons you on through this bog, but he's leading you away from the coldness and back the way you came. Would you go to him or continue the way you were wandering?
I would go to him every time.
The journey is long. It feels like you've been traveling for years before you eventually come to an area that is maybe somewhere that you would recognize, actually. Somewhere comfortable, somewhere maybe friendly or safe. Where would that be?
There's a small town that I went through one time after I and Elnaeus had been satisfied. I don't recall the name.
Yeah, the townsfolk here sort of look up at you as you pass through. A few of them smile at you in recognition. One or two of them point you in the direction that you're looking to go. There are some wheat fields that sit on the edge of this town. And at the center of it is a scarecrow. But you get the sense that Elnaeus is over there as well. Do you go over there?
Yes.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
8.
As you approach the scarecrow, you recognize that it is the skin of Elnaeus. There's no flesh, there's no bones, there's just the skin wrapped over two haphazard branches. It's completely hollow. At the center of where the cross that makes the branches that holds the skin on is your heart. It appears to be functioning, it's beating, but it is pierced by these two sticks. What do you do?
I close my eyes and feel for that familiar feeling again. Searching for Elnaeus inside my mind. Are you here?
Roll me an insight check.
18.
Do you want the truth?
No.
No. Roll me an Arcana check.
7.
You wake up. When you wake up, you have sort of indigestion or heartburn, and the dream fades pretty quickly, I think.
That was unpleasant. It's too early to wake up anyway.
Frack. What are you dreaming of?
I'm dreaming of Ixalan. I'm standing around other orcs and we are looking down a small slope. There's strangers nearby. It's a familiar dream. I remember the smell of the grass and the feel of the wind going over my face. And as I run down the slope with the others, I can remember doing this time and time again in my dreams and in my life. My vision is blurry, it doesn't, things are out of focus, things don't make much sense. But as I bring down my great axe, the one that hangs above my bed, all I feel is rage and shame. One of those feelings comes from the moment and the other comes from the Frack that's dreaming.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah. It's a natural 1. Natural 5.
Okay. As you're moving across the sort of open plains of the Ixalan long grass fields, you get the sense that there is an army behind you, or like your own horde behind you, that you're at the head of. There are 2 other hordes rushing across these fields, what looks to be a sort of 3-way skirmish between 3 orc hordes, all mounted on horses and large wargs. Behind you, is there fire or storms?
There's fire.
You're holding a flag as you're riding forward. Looking up at the flag, is there a dove on it, a candle, or a lotus flower?
Dove.
As you ride forwards, the ground underfoot cracks and breaks like a shattering mirror. And while this would normally be sort of a terrifying experience, it completely makes sense within the dream. As you fall forward, you catch reflections of yourself in a mirror as the world transitions from being grass and land to literally glass and reflections. In one of them, you see yourself hiding your face. In another one, you see an empty chair, one that you would recognize from Hard's Tower. In a third reflection, you see yourself wearing rags and sort of tattered clothing, thin and alone. As you're falling, you can reach out to one of these 3 reflections. Which one would you attempt to either reach towards or fall towards?
The tattered rags.
Roll me another wisdom saving throw, please.
An 8.
The boar that your people sort of worship, as you're falling towards the rags, you recognize that you are now in those rags, that you're chained to a wall, and you're in a jail of sorts, a dungeon somewhere. There's no light coming in here. You get the sense that you've been here for years and years and years. You get the sense that you have a deep debt to pay. Every time you close your eyes, you see only Big Boar looking at you from across the world. Roll me an Arcana check.
24.
If you could save the life of that boar, would you?
Am I fully conscious of what I'm doing?
To be honest,
Because I think if it's a
entirely up to you.
reaction,
It's entirely up to you.
if
how
it's a
lucid you
reaction,
want
I
to be.
would. Yes.
You would save it.
Yeah.
You wake up in your bed in the tower. Where your robes were are the tattered clothes that you were wearing in that dungeon, in that jail. As you look down at your body, you're not like wasted away or anything, but you recognize that you're thinner. The last person that we're going to come to sits in a sort of trance-like state. The elves don't have to sleep. They can. But from what I understand, Sia enters a trance-like state for a few hours a day. Now,
Right.
while you're meditating like this, what normally happens?
So you are correct. As a drow, I do not sleep or rest or dream in the conventional sense, although I do, however, enter a trance. You see Sia kneel down in the darkest corner of the room. If there is a fire or a hearth, I am away from it. I am within the shadow. For this, let's say the camera, if there is one, is facing me from the corner of the room as I kneel down. In my hand, you'll see that waxy white handbook that I tend to have on my person, bound by a sash. In my right hand, I have this red crystal, which, well, they came as a package deal, let's just say, from my sect. My eyes are closed, however, the ones that are on my forehead are slightly more open, but not fully. You see my right hand almost browsing over the waxy tablet, stabbing down every now and then, writing in some sort of strange braille, if you will. However, if you were to see what I could see right now in this trance, you would still see me from this exact same camera angle. Albeit now I am kneeling down, and I'm not just inside the darkest corner of the room, I am in pure darkness. My surroundings now gone, however, if you were to focus, you could perhaps see pink outlines of things like the floorboards, the wall, the cracks in the wall, faint. From within this trance, I, again, don't dream. Instead, I review. I go back to the day I just had. I follow everything that's happened. And again, if you were to be watching through my perspective, the camera now shifts behind me and then pans backwards. I am no longer kneeling down, but standing. You see me standing behind my compatriots as they argue amongst themselves, going around. I am a bit more observant around the area. I'm looking to see what may I have missed? How can I have done something differently? I think time isn't necessarily a thing during a trance. Instead, I warp from scene to scene, place to place, challenge to challenge. Our biggest challenge, of course, being this vampire. From my perspective, you again see me dart towards this creature, it darting towards me, losing interest in mere moments. Again and again, I run through this. Should I have punched him? Spun around, grabbed, kicked, attacked. Time after time, I am stuck here for a bit. Fading back into reality, you see my hand again, stab down onto the inky wax, again and again and again and again. Documenting, reviewing, seeing if there are any gaps, seeing if there was anything important. Sometimes I wake up and read and surprise myself because, well, Revelations sometimes happen during dreams, and trances are no different.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, please. With advantage.
A wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Yes, please.
A 21.
During one of these sort of resurfacing moments, you recognize an owl at the window, looking in.
From within my trance.
Mm-hmm.
Is the owl... Describe it to me. For if it was within my trance, I feel as if I would see it differently. If this owl was... How do I put this? If this owl was in our corporeal world, the waking world, I would see it as a purple outline, for I am semi-conscious during a trance. If, however, the owl is part of my trance, then I would see it exactly how the owl would want to be seen, or would be seen.
How might you see an invading piece of magic?
Within a trance, I don't believe I'd be able to tell the difference. I am not a magician. That is not where my strength is.
Then I would say it appears to you both corporeal with an outline. It's both. Which clues you in to the fact that you are aware that while in this trance, there's another element that is affecting your, I guess, perceptions during these reviewing moments. Looking around the room, you actually recognize lots of other elements as well. There's several books and scrolls that have this same effect, where they're kind of outlined, but also appear to be sort of corporeal and real. There's a key in the door that is, the same thing. A compass and a map nearby where you'd sat down that you don't recognize have appeared here. You're aware that something is altering your trance-like state. What would you do?
If I am aware of an intrusion not caused by my compatriots, if I don't feel an immediate sense of danger, which, as the case may be, I have not for some time, I would very slowly open one of my two eyes in between my nose. Slowly. In doing so, what I am trying to do is to simply see if, for instance, the compass on the table, is it there in the real world as well as in my trance? The key in the door, and so on.
Yeah, I think I'll give it to you. They are not. The things, the owl, the key, the map, the few scrolls and books are not present in the real.
Sleepwalking is frowned upon, laughed at almost sometimes, but I will close my eye yet again and try and achieve trance, and then attempt to stand up within the trance while also moving my body. Normally within my trance, it's for review, it's restive in a similar way that a human being, when going to sleep, will have a strange dream, but it will still tie into the events of their living, waking day. It'll make sense of what's happening. It puts things to rest. It might even help somebody get better at something. There's a case where people can sometimes play an instrument and not be so good that day, then go back to that piece the following day, and all of a sudden they're just that little bit better. That's what a trance is for, a drow like myself. I do this for fighting a lot. But it's always in here, in my head. However, I am going to try and move my body while in trance and move to the compass.
Okay, I guess just make me another wisdom save then.
A natural one.
A natural 1. In doing or in attempting this, you sort of accidentally slip further into a sort of dreamlike state. The elements of the room that you know to be part real, or to be fully real, and the elements of the room that you know to be sort of an intrusive, external magical presence, stop becoming as easy for you to discern, and you do sort of slip closer to what would be a dream than awake.
Could I give you that perhaps I'm slipping into trance paralysis?
Absolutely.
Which is, if anybody's ever experienced sleep paralysis, where they see things for what they think they are, but they can't move, they can't get up. I want to offer that trance paralysis is pretty much that. I'm now within a trance, but my agency is much, much reduced.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to pose to you a sort of, I guess, an intrusive thought. When it comes to the Seekers, and when it comes to your sort of home, what does Seer sort of believe home to be? Where is home? Is it Menzoberranzan? Is it the sort of tower where the Seekers are from, or is it somewhere else, or something else, or someone else?
Where is home?
Does he even have one?
The concept of home for Seer, for myself, is a conflicting one. I haven't seen the silky avenues of Menzoberranzan for quite some time. I left there a long, long time ago and didn't go back once I left. I shall not reveal to you exactly why it is, dear audience, that I no longer live there. However, since departing, I have been part of this sect, these Seekers. They are militant. They are fearless. They are cruel, but they have their reasons. I have my reasons. But there is no love, there is no home. Home is where the heart is, and they are heartless. You have to be heartless. So for me, home is quiet, home is the dark, home is emptiness and cold.
Okay, make me an Arcana check.
A 6.
Would you like to continue to remain in this state, or would you like to return to your previous trance-like state? You can sense that you can almost surface up back to away from whatever is going on and whatever is invading this process, and to a more lucid trance-like state, or you can kind of delve deeper, I guess.
I think this experience is rather quite novel, and without a reason to pull back, without a feeling to pull back on, and with this almost exhilarating loss of agency, this trance paralysis, this is something that doesn't happen very often. Generally speaking, it happens to those who are weaker. More often than not, it happens to half elves trying to trance. It's embarrassing, however, also refreshing, different. I think I try and stay here within this altered trance, this heaviness, because I'm curious.
Okay.
Am I dreaming? Is this real?
Give me another wisdom saving throw, please.
A 5.
You can't. You actively try. You can feel yourself in however it is that you interpret it, sort of grasping out and reaching to sort of stay into that state. You know, kind of, I would imagine it to be like, you know, when you're kind of waking up and you're a little bit aware of it and you want to stay asleep. I think it's probably a little like that. You can sense this magic drifting away from you, the owl vanishing, the compass, the maps, the scrolls, the key. There was a truth in there somewhere that you, I guess, sought, but you lose it and begin once again to surface back up to a sort of normal trance-like state. Over the course of like probably a few minutes, as you sort of actively try and remain in this state, you lose the sense of something, this kind of this knowledge, maybe you might want to call it, but what it is a truth that just slips through your fingers as you return to the sort of real world, for want of a better word. I think when you do sort of fully awaken from the trance and you look over to where the compass should be, you see a very nondescript wooden case that has some sort of constellations etched onto the top of it.
Do I recognize the constellations?
I think, well, I guess, is this a thing that you are aware of? Is this a thing that you've studied?
In truth, being mostly subterranean, but with some training, it's highly dependent on you, DM. Since
We'll go with a roll then. Roll me
Alright.
I guess history, some sort of knowledge check, some int-based check here. Let's just go with history.
Very well. A 15.
I think you do. You recognize this to be the constellation that sits directly above the mountains of the Rift, where the Seekers are based. It's a constellation that doesn't have any sort of it doesn't have a name or a meaning or anything, but you know that if you were to match the image of the stars to the stars in the sky, you would find yourself back at where the Seekers reside in that monk tower region.
In truth, it is one of the only constellations I know. It's how we actually move about the surface. We line up and adjust to this constellation, and it is I wouldn't say our guiding star or guiding route, but it is used to help us know where we are.
Give me another history check. You can have advantage on this one.
Okay. An 18.
What sits before you is the Seeker's Compass, which is basically the most important artifact for the entire sect. Because this compass allows you to hold it, think of a place, a person, a thing, and the compass will direct you to it.
Oh. Within the box.
That is, yeah, so you would recognize it either from stories. There's no way you would have seen it.
No.
I don't think you even know whether the Seekers have it. You know, it's just a thing of legend that you would have heard of. It's just incredibly useful, as you could imagine, for the monks. But yeah, regardless of how you know, you suddenly realize that that's what is inside this box.
Our most important relic. Barring, of course, for personal reasons, one, and I put my hand towards my pendant momentarily. The compass is in my pocket now, by the way.
No, it's not. As you go to reach out
okay.
for it, your hands pass through it,
Oh.
and it
Okay.
fades from your vision. A little sort of it almost turns to sort of a colourful smoke as that strange outline blurs
Like a
across
neon
your
pink.
vision. Yeah, and then actually it fades away.
Hmm. I think if anybody else is in the room, or if the audience is in the room still there with me, I'm just standing there pensively looking at this desk, this table where this item was. And I'm not angry. I'm not sad. But I think you see the corner of my mouth curl upwards. Or I don't think that's the last time I'm going to see that compass. Dungeon Master, was it pointing in any particular direction?
You don't know because it was still in its box.
Ah, I see. Are my 6 hours up of rest? Have I woken up? Am I rested?
Yes, and in fact everyone is. I think you probably notice that there are people shuffling around, which might be a little odd for you. I'd imagine most of the time you go to sleep, in quotes, after and get up, in quotes, before everyone else.
Right.
Maybe you tranced for a little longer than you normally do here, because you can hear the others sort of moving around upstairs. All of you are awake over the, however long it's been. It's the morning after, and I think probably everyone stayed up a little later, unable to fall asleep, except for maybe Jilden, because there was a vampire potentially roaming around outside, or might come back in and try and bite your necks out again. So we'll say that it's morning, but maybe it's like very late morning or midday-ish. The storm that was there, the sort of hail and stuff, has completely abated, and you can see outside the windows in this sort of morning light. It's a pretty quiet landscape. There's a few hills that are interspersed with trees, dead trees. snow sitting sort of softly on the ground as far as the eye can see, and no horde for now. What do you guys do? You all, for the record, have had the effects of a long rest.
I think once I notice them in the room, I kind of almost like I've been shocked and stand up straight and then return to my usual self, maybe sit back in the corner, assume the position, arms behind my head, legs crossed, and then just observe.
Anybody got any ginger? Yeah, just walking around looking a little bit uncomfortable.
I walk. It's my hand. Did you have any strange dreams?
No.
I slept like a baby.
What have you been doing in your sleep? I say to Sirus.
I had a dream, and it seems to have become real.
That's just ridiculous. That's not how dreams work.
Is it something to do with the tower? Has it happened to you before, Frack?
I think Thrak actually, he briefly came downstairs and he grabbed like a big haunch of meat. And you might notice he's wearing different robes, but like his trousers are all, but like he doesn't have them pretty much. Like his legs were bare, his green legs were barren. And he grabbed just like a haunch of meat, and then he went back up to his room. So he's not actually down here.
Okay, he's not here. Okay.
I grab Sirus's hand and take a look in the entitled fashion that Jilden tends to take things she wants to look at. What have you done? What is this? Start like licking my finger and rubbing away at it.
I believe it's it does not wash off.
Well, I mean, I don't think you've tried hard enough, clearly. What is that? Is it ink? You've been writing? I didn't know you wrote things.
No, it was my dream. I dreamt that this happened, and I awoke and it had happened.
I peer into her eyes as she says this, and like, with another claw, just reach out and tap her head. What do you mean, dreamed it? That's not how... Sir, are you hearing this?
I am. I'm curious, is it a dream from your god or something?
I mean, no, I don't believe so. It might have been.
Well, if it was from your god, perhaps it's more of a vision. Maybe we all ought to have blackened fingers. Maybe it tricks the frostbite to staying away from you if it thinks it's already got you once.
I think I'll pass on that, but I'm curious, is it magical or what?
Do I get any sense that this has any benefit other than just being a tattoo? It's just a tattoo, right?
I mean, it seems like just a tattoo, yes, without doing some sort of spell to determine whether it does have any other additional things going on.
Ooh, this could be fun. I go into my pouch and I pull out something that perhaps maybe the audience might recognize from, I believe, our second Tier 0 episode. It's a small cube that kind of glimmers, and I say, this is a tattoo removal cube. I wonder if you wanted to, you could either remove it or perhaps use an edge to, I don't know, draw on it if you're feeling a bit artsy, and I just pass it to her.
I take it, and then I... Thank you. I pocket it. I don't use it right away.
You steal it.
I steal it.
You can have
I take
it,
from
but
him.
I'm just curious, you know. There's so
That's
much...
very forthcoming of you, sir.
What do you
I
mean?
look at him suspiciously.
What do you mean? I just think that it'd be kind of funny to have to see what would happen. You know, either it removes it entirely, or she can use the edge to draw on it. You know,
Child, do
perhaps.
not use that thing, whatever you do.
I won't. I'm curious to know if this serves any purpose. Perhaps it's the tower. I'm gonna go look for Thrack.
If you're not going
I know
to
that
use
he
it, I
could
want it back.
probably. Oh. Right. I pull it out of my pocket and I hand it to him.
Can I snatch it? I'm gonna try to snatch it as they hand it over.
I don't even reach for it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a 12 for the sleight of hand, so I might just knock it out of your hand onto the floor anyway.
Go for it.
I want to take a look at that. And if they let me, then I'll just sit there examining it, I guess.
Yeah, I won't stop you. More the merrier.
You don't have any
I'm gonna
tattoos, do
wander
you?
upstairs.
As Sirus leaves, I ask Jilden, you don't have any tattoos, do you? Under your shell, perhaps?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know, Sonny? Maybe one day you'll find out.
I close my eyes and kick back.
What is Thrack doing?
Yeah, he's in his room and he's sort of like, he's sitting on the floor, like sort of hunched over his battle axe and he's sharpening it. Back and forth. If Sirus comes in, that's you'd see his back.
I would like to know, this is such a weird thing, but I would like to know how good he is at sharpening the axe. Like, the technique of sharpening the axe. I want to know.
You can definitely, it's not like a dwarven craftsman level of axe. It's like a big bone from an animal, and is like the handle, like it's just like a big rib bone from like a big animal, and then like the head of the axe is probably like, it's probably steel, but like it was definitely crafted by like humans or something, but it's kind of crudely tied on, but the edge is sharp. Like maybe his technique isn't proper, but it's something that is
I want to see
a
the
fluid
technique.
motion. He's done this a million times.
Yeah, okay. I just knock on the door frame.
Sirus, what do you want?
I wanted to ask if you had any strange dreams. If the tower makes dreams real.
No, that ain't the tower. Someone's fucking with us. He's in like tattered robes.
Okay. May I come in?
Yeah. I don't care.
I come in and I sit on the floor across from you, and I just sit quietly and watch you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep going.
That's it.
Is that end scene?
Well, no, I mean, like, I would sit there and I guess I'm just sort of like, I'm giving you space to work through whatever it is, but
Oh yeah, okay. If you're sitting in front of him,
yeah.
I mean, he would look so different. First of all,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you've seen him with this little amount of clothing on, and what you imagine to be like very thick, muscular build, but like a muscular build that has like a nice layer of padding over it, you know, like a bear wintering for the year, you know. There's a layer of fat over these muscles. Normally, that's what you'd imagine he would be underneath his robes, but instead you see a very lean Frack in front of you. His muscles are very well are very prominent because there's like, it doesn't seem like there's much fat on him at all. On top of that, if you look at his face, he's definitely got like he looks like this, right? And he's like, he appears upset.
I think you've done a wonderful job sharpening that. If you keep going, you'll grind the steel down. You see, it's too thin, then it'll become brittle.
I'm actually gonna roll for this. Okay. 17 for those listening. It was a wisdom save. Frack, he just sort of, he stops for a moment and he takes a breath. And he says, doesn't matter, I don't use it anyways. I'll just, I don't know, hopes calm me down. And he sets it aside and he stands up and he starts like rummaging through like a chest to try and find some spare robes that maybe aren't torn to shreds.
Are those your sleep clothes?
No. I think, these might be the clothes that I deserve. And he'll strip them off, like, barely anything. And he has no modesty. He strips them off and changes into his spare robes.
Oh, I'm a nun, so it's fine.
Yeah.
The robes you deserve? What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. And he's like adjusting his full pauldron and he's putting his scarf on and dons his glasses again. And he picks up the bone from the haunch of meat, and he, I think that those dreams were unnatural. Something wrong about them.
I stand up and I pick up the axe, and I would like to do like a flourished wield of the axe as if it's my own weapon. And then kind of like bounce it in my hand and then hand it back to him. I think you're the only person who decides what robes you deserve.
If only that were true. And his leather gloves make that sort of sound as a leathery sound as he they tighten and he grips the bone handle, and he sets it back over the bed, and he's like, he's about to leave, I think, about to leave the room. And what were you saying when you came in?
Yes, my dream, it did this. I show him my hand. I want to know if it if it's magic, if it does anything.
Hmm.
If you could detect it.
Yeah, I can't. Hold on. Yeah, I can. Would this be identify?
You can use detect
That's
magic.
an object. I'll just do detect magic. Yeah, I will cast detect magic.
Yeah, this gives you the sense and presence of magic within 30 feet of you, which is almost everything in this tower, including all of your own objects, and everything in this tower has a hint of some form of magic attached to it. Sirus's sort of fingertips and this tattoo that looks as if she sort of dipped her fingers into some ink does not appear to be magical. Give me an Arcana check as well. Why not?
Okay. As I'm doing this, I've taken her hands in mine, and I'm brought them close to my face, and I'm studying them. An Arcana check. 10.
You get the sense of sort of a whiff of fading magic, kind of like if you had a match and you blew out the match and you watched the smoke, the final wisps of smoke leave the match from the fingertips, but for all intents and purposes, they're not magical. No.
I don't detect anything magical. I think it's just a tattoo.
All right. I was merely worried if I did any healing, if it would impact that. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think we're cursed. I think someone's just having a bit of fun, I suppose. And with that, I pick up the bone from the meat that I was eating, and I'll walk out, head back to the kitchen and downstairs.
What does your room look like?
It's pretty
I would like
small.
to take a look at your room before
You're
I leave.
snooping while I'm gone.
I'm not digging into anything. I'm standing exactly where I am, and I'm like casting my gaze over everything right before I leave.
Yeah, it's pretty modest. The bed is like, Frack is big, so the bed is probably a little bigger than. It's probably the biggest bed that he could find, but luckily, he was living with, big people, so it wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
So it's probably big for you, but it's still kind of small and modest and sort of tucked away in the corner. There's a lot of smart use of space. Like there's a window that shines into the room, and it kind of forms like a little nook. And in that little nook is like a desk where he's got like a little bit of alchemical stuff, because he does dabble in potion making and alchemy. So there's maybe little jars there, and like a burner and vials and such in that little nook with the window coming through. And then one wall is just like a bunch of books. And then it's pretty tidy. There is an open space of floor. Above the bed is the axe hanging on, or resting on some pegs. There is a fireplace as well. You'd need that with how cold it gets, even inside the magic of the tower. And that's about it. There's not much else. There's no like artwork or any sort of like memorabilia or personal effects other than the axe and like some clothes in a trunk.
Yeah, I after I take my little look-see, I follow him out of the room and back to the group.
Yeah.
And just let me give you a tattoo, Sir. It won't take long. I swear I've done a few of them before. I know what I'm doing.
I think I will pass, but rain check perhaps.
Yes, I will get you one. Frack, how about you? Do you want a tattoo? I've got all
Right.
the ink here. It's a waste of time if you've made me get all this out and you're not even going to let me use it.
Frack looks at her and like does the over the spectacles look, and she knows that look as an answer.
Okay, sorry. I suppose I'll just order some way for next time. But if, you want one tomorrow, don't come asking me, because I'm not prepared tomorrow.
Why don't you do it on yourself? Practice at the very least.
Well, how do you know I'm not already covered in tattoos in all the places you can't see?
Moving on, what's for breakfast? Wait, is Thrak in the room right now?
Yeah, I was literally just talking to Jilden.
Right. You mentioned, DM, that Thrak was thinner. Is he thinner for real?
Yeah.
On second thought, maybe scratch.
I don't know, because this will have to be up to you.
Right.
How easy it would be for you to notice. It's one of those things where you know your own body a little bit. I mean, within some level of understanding. He isn't like noticeably thinner. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
It's very slight.
He's not gaunt. He doesn't look like he's contracted some consumption. Okay.
Yeah. He would recognize like he's like, oh, maybe this is how I looked 5 years ago, or that kind of a thing.
Okay.
So it would be. It's entirely up to you and how perceptive I think you think your character might be. Bear in mind he's also dressed differently, so maybe that would like just affect it. So yeah, it's very slight if you sort of don't mind the pun.
Okay.
He went from 245 pounds to like 220.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
As like 4 gene sizes from experience.
4? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, 225.
All right. Anyway, I guess I'll hold back my comment then. If I don't think he's suddenly sick, I have a very high passive perception, but like, it depends. Thrak, like, how different do you look? Do you think you look?
I don't think. I think I look leaner.
Okay.
And maybe like around the midsection, I'm a little thinner. But you would more than like, I'm wearing robes, right? So the only place you'd really notice is my waist. But I'm also wearing different clothes, so.
Okay. Well,
Unless you were looking at me when I came down earlier in nothing but tattered rags.
I might have done. I have very high perception. I have 8 eyes after all, but it was all for a pun or a joke, and the moment
All of
passed.
this was for a pun or a joke.
It was, but I didn't want to
That's
like
ruined now.
take it from you. So I think I just wait for you to eat first. I think because all of a sudden
I
see
already-
things you've contracted something.
Yeah, I've already eaten.
Alright.
I'm putting a bone from a big haunch of meat, like I'm tossing it out or whatever, wherever it goes, in a magical bin that disintegrates it and makes it into an alchemical ingredient.
Yeah.
I see.
Absolutely no doubt whatsoever that's around here somewhere.
I'll just eat a mushroom from my from my kit then in that case.
Okay. Yeah, I think you guys can have some form of a breakfast and prepare yourselves. Are you leaving today? Continuing on? Or is there other things you'd like to do?
I'm not sure I
Probably
trust
should.
that vampires left us, but I do feel as if we're to leave him, the day might be the best way to do it. When he was here, Dungeon Master, was it nighttime or was it daytime?
It was nighttime.
I see. So he could be anywhere now. He's not in the house. He could be in the house still. He could be here with us. Maybe burn the tower down for never mind. But yes, I think you might just hear Seer make mention of the fact that there is still that bat boy around here somewhere, and I wait for you guys to make your decision.
Can I look into the orb?
Which orb? The orb on the
The
top floor?
orb of the sagacious orb of dynamo? Isn't that the orb that we found? Is that what it's called?
I don't recall.
Do you remember this orb at all? Or am I just pulling? This is something I think we did in a session
Delicious, delicious
You
orb.
have the
zero. Delicious orb of
the
dynamite.
sagacious orb of dynamo.
Delicious orb of dynamite.
Yeah,
did
the
you say?
delicious orb of dynamite. This is the thing that gives you a +1 to insight and +1 to charisma.
Yeah, it does, but I think he had... didn't I have a dream last time I... Is this the orb that I snuck into the top floor and looked into?
Yeah, you
And it showed me the future.
you gave it to him, yeah, and then you went up and looked in it, and then you woke up in your bed. So it's on the top floor of the.
Can I go see if it's there? So that's a different orb.
No. You have the sagacious orb of the dynamo, and then there's the tier of Savras, which is the crystal
one that-
ball.
Ah, okay. I want to... Yeah, I think that might be useful. So, I think I'll go up and look. Can I go up and see if it's there? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you try to go up to the top floor. Keyword being try. How
Okay.
do you attempt to access this top floor where you are? The only floor that you are forbidden from entering.
I try the door, I guess, see if it's open.
Yeah? That's all you're going to try and do? You're going to try the door?
That's the first thing I'd try, yes. Well,
Okay.
do I... No, actually I would not, because I know that
I feel
is a
like you
bad
wouldn't.
idea.
I feel like you wouldn't just try the door.
Yeah,
Just to power game you.
It's not going to be that easy. I would do... There's this, there's this, yeah, no, okay, I'll just cast, knock on it. See if that works. I think I have a, I think I have a special sound for this knock.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. You said a special
Pretty-
sound,
pretty
not just the sound of a
Expecting something
knocking
so
door.
magical.
That's
Special to
the
him,
sound it
okay.
makes.
There you go. Okay, roll me a D100.
Oh, good God. Something terrible's about to happen.
Oh no, the music.
59.
A 59.
Oh no.
You are now a goblin for the rest of the campaign.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door. You open it onto a city. The only way I can describe it. You open it up, you step out, or you look through the doorway, and on the other side is not the room that you were expecting with the sort of open plan, sort of circular top of this tower, which is not circular at the top, by the way, and doesn't have an open plan. From the outside, the tower looks very much like what it is in this image. For audio listeners, it kind of has like a thatch roof that tapers off to a point. In your dream previously, it opened up to a circular open plane thing with no edges, just the orb on a sort of plinth in the center of this thing. As you open the door this time, there is just a vibrant city on the other side of it, where you just see a bunch of people moving around, moving back and forth. It looks like there's a marketplace here. Like almost everyone is moving about. They have musical instruments on them. It's the first thing I think you notice is that everyone has a musical instrument. Guitars, lutes, saxophones and stuff. Everyone has just like musical instruments. If you didn't know any better, you would think this was just a city of bards, basically, just moving around. You hear people singing. There is music playing from every single direction. You can hear different types of music as well, like blues and jazz. There's even someone doing like what you wouldn't know to be like hip hop, but it's basically hip hop coming from one corner. You can hear sort of like gospel music. And that kind of like floods you straight away. For all intents and purposes, it does look like a medieval city. This isn't like a modern city that you haven't opened the door into New York, because I would never jump the shark like that. But that, you know, it's never happened in anything on Tablestory before. But it is a medieval city filled with like bards and stuff. But there is, just everyone appears to be sort of musical and in tune with sort of musical. It is absolutely not the top floor you were expecting.
Holy shit. Okay. Do I recognize this as a city I've heard about?
I guess roll me a history check.
12.
Nope. Doesn't ring any bells. Doesn't seem to be anywhere that you've heard of, and it doesn't look like anywhere that you recognize. And also, considering that the world is ended, you'd not expect there to be anywhere like this right now.
Yeah.
Though, you know, the vampire did mention that there might be sort of some civilization on the fringes of the planet still, but yeah, this looks like a vibrant and thriving town.
There's no way that this is real. Can I try and get the attention of someone in there without walking through?
Yeah, I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, I shout at the nearest fellow carrying a lute on his back. Oi!
Immediately, he just goes, "Ah!" and screams and looks at you. And then everyone around just starts freaking out. Monster! Monsters are back! They're back! Ah, monsters! Monsters! And they start pointing at you and screaming. People start rushing away. A few people start like grabbing out weapons. You hear swords being pulled.
I charm person on the nearest person.
Let me just check something.
It works on humanoids.
I'm just seeing if it works in this realm.
Okay.
It's not New York, it's London!
It's London! 1435
Old London town.
Your charm has no power here, governor.
You cast the spell, but you feel as soon as it hits that doorway, it doesn't take effect. That being said, you do get hit by a few spells. So let's see here. Make me wisdom saving throw, and another one, 2 wisdom saving throws.
23, 7.
Ooh, 7. The 7 was for dominate person.
Excellent.
You get charmed. There is an individual standing in front of you, quite young and nice looking, very sort of Shakespearean actor looking with the leggings and the feather in a sort of flat cap looking situation. Right. With a lute, and he strums the lute, and you feel this sense of magic. You see it permeate the door. You recognize that it's not a two-way street. Their magic works on you. Yours
their
doesn't
magic
work on
works.
theirs.
Excellent. Okay.
And you get immediately charmed. Let's see here. I think all that he says to you is, "Begone, foul creature!"
I close the door immediately.
Yeah.
Is the spell broken now, I assume?
Spell immediately broken.
Well, that didn't work. I walk back downstairs.
Okay.
Guess we should go save the world now.
And like that's like the 50th time that's happened to Frack. You know, like where he's
I've definitely tried to get into that.
where he's opened that door.
I've seen some crazy.
I feel like he's probably done that
man.
with cupboards, and it's like a Rick and Morty episode. You know, he's just
Yeah,
like
he's
sometimes
like-
he's like, "Oh, where's my? Oh, I need a spoon." And he opens a cupboard, and like a tentacle comes out. You know, and like, he's like, "Oh yeah."
One time I reached in to get like an apple, and my hand came back out from the floor and grabbed my own leg, and that was tricky for me to get out of.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, Rick.
That was great.
Really good at impressions, actually.
Hey, you are very good.
Okay.
We're gonna
Alright.
adventure to the Frack.
Could you do your Obi-Wan again? That was my favorite.
If we ever do a sequel to Rota, you will be in it playing
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Anakin?
It was the greatest impression I've ever heard anyone do of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anakin. It was exactly like that. It was so good. Okay.
I loved it so much. She hates us now. I've done it.
No.
Ruined it.
No. Never.
Okay, so I need to make a note. So, okay, so yeah, you are able to sort of prepare and get ready and actually head out. If you'd like, you can open some more doors and cupboards in here. You're free to do what you want, you know. You've got time in this tower away from the horde and the horrible landscape that's awaiting you outside and things like that. So
I would like to show Jilden something before we leave.
Okay.
I'll take her over to a section of the tower, and I say, "Have you been in here yet?"
This is me. Oh.
Yeah, your name's Jilden.
Yeah, I forgot for a moment. Sorry, I was quite entranced in my own daydreams.
Have you been through here yet?
No, I'm obviously lying.
I open the door, and you would see like what is essentially it's like a steam room or something, but like there's in the corner there is like a some holes in the ceiling, like little tiny holes, and if you put a little bit of magic into a wall, water will start coming out. It's basically it's a shower, and I'm like, go stand over there.
I give him a strange look. I'm not used to just following instructions from Frack. This is very strange behavior to me. But what are you doing? What is this?
You know, I put the magic into the wall, and the shower activates. She's a turtle. A giant turtle is now taking a shower.
But I'm going to lose my patina. I've spent a long time carefully assembling this muck on my shell. It serves a purpose, you know. But maybe it would be nice to... I'm smelling myself. And then I start kind of taken off various pouches and like things, and then I hand you, importantly, a vial of blood that seems to be somehow full. You've seen me dip my little claw into it a few times, and it still seems pretty full. So
yeah, I am. Yeah, I'll hold on to your stuff as you take your shower.
I give him another side eye as I step towards the shower.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? You can wash away the travel.
Yes, well, usually I have someone else washing it away for me, unless it likes to help.
Yeah. I'll scrub a shell. I think I mean, who wouldn't want to scrub a turtle shell? That sounds so satisfying.
Well, it's been a long time. I'm a little bit ticklish down there. Be careful.
No, I just scrub the shell. That's all I do. Just the shell. I'm not going down there anywhere.
Just the
Scrub
bottom of the shell. That's all the tail area. You know, it's a little bit sensitive.
What? Now, you're, you don't have, do druids have, like, any sort of, noticeable, features that they can, like, change shape or anything? Like, this hair coming out of your shell or anything like that?
Are you asking if I'm a typical turtle?
Yeah, are you just a typical...
Yeah, my shell is covered in lots of like carvings. I think you would have noticed. So lots of like, hand carved carvings throughout the whole thing. But otherwise, I look like a fairly typical aged turtle, a little bit scalier than usual, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah, I'll scrub your shell for you. And then, yeah, just like pass the whatever sort of sea sponge or whatever I was using.
And I am singing horribly.
And then steam fills up in the bath as Frack exits, and that's the end of the scene.
Don't forget my vial! Hey, I need that!
I'll leave it outside for you.
Ramble.
Enjoy yourself.
Okay. All right, we've bathed Jilden, which was
Thank
important.
God.
Yeah.
You know, that was not on my bingo list, but yeah, anyway.
Do you guys want to do anything else bizarre before?
I would show. We could do a whole 3 episodes.
I'm curious. Yeah, now I want to know what specifically what you do.
Would you say you're curious?
Oh.
Ooh, curious.
Oh god.
Yeah, I would tell the other two, like, yeah, she's there's a bath in there that comes down from the ceiling. It's real nice. It's like standing under a waterfall.
Are you saying that Jilden's having a bath right now?
Yeah. I think you should have one too.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You're welcome to join me!
It's a fully modern day shower.
It's one of those. It's one of those like rain showers or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I have the fear.
Again.
That's not possible!
Honestly.
Take your time.
I think Sid makes himself invisible.
Makes himself invisible.
Sure.
But by which I mean Sid just leaves. Not through the front door, but he just like leaves the scene. He's like
Just does that thing that Obito does in Naruto,
Yes.
where he waves his hand over his face and then he's gone.
call me when we move to another scene, he says. I think I'll pass. I think he just says, and he sits back down.
Okay.
I would take the opportunity to take a shower after Jilden.
After Jilden, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am done. You can have it, child.
Yeah. Once Sirus is done, I would probably go as well. Everyone showered except for Sia, of course. Can I try to lure Sia into the magical trap door that leads into the shower room? Which
What
is how
your fixation with getting everyone wet, Thrak? This is combat musk. Leave it
You
alone.
call it a fixation. Never mind.
You
So,
call it
can I do that?
determination, right?
I get. You know what? Roll me a deception check versus an insight check. We'll see whether you are able to
Or not.
deceive him.
Very good at deceiving people.
The moment we step out of this door is
20.
like the most intense. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Against my what?
Insight.
Inside. How are you deceiving me?
Let's find out. Maybe he's not. He's not.
Oh, damn. Wow.
It's actually the best he's ever lied. I think
Yeah.
Sia, you've known him for a year now. He's not a good liar usually. And this is the most convincing lie he's ever told. And as usual, you're fully aware that he's lying, but he's actually either getting better or he really wants you to get into this bizarre water contraption.
Best lie I ever told. I was like, Sia, have you ever wondered what it would be like to stand over there? It's nice and the light is good through the window.
You know, come to
And
think
I'm
of
looking
it,
at you like this.
Convincing lie.
This is his most convincing lie.
This is his most convincing lie.
I think I stare at Thrak in the eyes for a good 5 seconds. And I think if this was a TV show and like now you are looking through Thrak's perspective and so you're focused on Sia's face. When the camera pans backwards, Sia's completely naked and he walks towards the shower. Fine, fine, fine.
All right. That's 3 characters we've seen naked so far in this episode. Basically, I will not allow you to continue until we see Sirus naked. So, what? Here's what I want to know. Okay, we're now in the next scene. Why is Sirus naked? What happened? You tell me what the hell happened here as we cut to the next scene.
Jilden has disrobed me to investigate if other parts of me have turned black.
That's right. Yeah, we cut to Sirus's back, on the bed, sitting on the bed, and in front of Sirus.
She's jacked, by the way.
She's jacked, but is just a giant turtle. Just looking over every part of your body for more.
Oh goodness
tattoos.
me!
I want
Am
to
I
see
in there?
how extensive your frostbite preventative measures are. And also, if you want a tattoo, now's the time. I said I packed it all away, but actually I hadn't, so...
I think I'm good on the tattoo front. We're trying to have less of them, correct? That's what this is for?
Fine, but your trapezius muscles are far too built up. You should work on them less. And I storm out of the room, clearly annoyed.
Because the tower's magical, whenever any of you that are naked stand up, there is just a sensor bar that appears. in the world, That's why Thrak is just so okay with walking around nude. Because he's like, the sensor bar. He does it when he's not in the tower and just assumes that there's
It's everywhere
a magical
else.
sensor bar always
there's
covering
no
him.
sensor bar. It's only in the tower. There's
Just
a sensor
walking
bar.
through town.
I've walked into the inn fully nude, just to get a stew.
Yeah.
Goliaths are cool with that though, right? Like Goliaths are
Horde
chill
does
around
it too,
nudity.
I think, but
Yeah.
for completely
Definitely.
different reasons.
Yeah, because he's insane.
Yeah, like Sirus is used to seeing,
Insane. Can
you know,
I knock on
communal
the door when
bathing
this
and
is
everything
happening,
is very
or is
normal.
the scene
Oh.
over now?
Sure. Yep. Is that your special knock?
Yeah, it's my special knock. I didn't cast the spell. I peek in and then I go, are we comparing scars?
We can.
All right, and then we have the scar comparing scene. The three
It's
of us.
completely straight up. She is like just comparing scars. There's
Wait, when
For
you
the
say the three of
record,
us,
chat.
who?
Well, I don't know that it's who's in there.
Jilden storms out as you walk in and start
Yeah, yeah.
comparing scars.
Oh, I would. I
But
kind
if
of like to
Jilden
see
knows there's a chance
Jilden's
that-
scars as well.
That Frack wouldn't rope or disrobe, she would absolutely be back in there.
Jilden storms out. Frack walks in and says, "Are we comparing scars?" Takes off all of his clothes, and Jilden is just suddenly next to him again.
I like to think that her face is like in the door for a second, and then she turtles her way all the
she
way
like
in.
pulled the door off the hinges actually as she comes in. Just like her claws are out for no reason.
Yeah. She's half transformed, but she's not even aware of it. She's like half
Yeah,
transformed
yeah, yeah.
into a
Yeah.
What is she trying? Off
Feral.
Her voice is all like random and deep. Like, hey, what are we doing?
We have
comparing
an
scars.
exchange for 5 minutes. Like, oh yeah, I got this one down my leg. Oh yeah, I got this one on my back. And then 5 minutes of that, and then it's Jilden like. just the claws are out, the hair's coming off of her neck. Like, let me see that one again. Let me see that one.
Let me
Shall
show
we
me the
get-
one on the inside of your thigh. Show it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
All right.
Sia
The
is not
thing
on this
writes
scene.
itself, guys. I didn't need to do anything.
What are the three notable scars that
For
you
each
show
of us?
each other? Yeah. What are three notable ones?
I think the first one is probably like across my rib cage, like just a gash across the ribs that kind of, you know, when it bounces off the ribs like that, it can make kind of an interesting scar on the skin. That's my first. What's your first?
My first? Are
That's
we
what I
going
start
like-
with. I open with that,
Oh, yeah,
and then
okay,
you go.
okay. Yeah. I open with one that is on my thigh, like from knee to diagonally from knee to hip. Like someone just,
Mhm.
you know. And all of them they're just like long slashing wounds. That's it. There's no like burns or anything. It's all just slashing wounds. So yeah, that's the
Okay.
first one. Second one. Go.
My second one is a burn on my back.
Ooh.
And it's like the left shoulder is just the skin is horrible.
Whoa. That's crazy. Sick. I have one on my back, like in, I guess from shoulder, also diagonally, down to, down to like halfway down my back, and again slashing wound from a sword, and I would say like took this one in the back during a battle.
Yeah,
It's
and then
hardcore. Yeah.
oh, that's nice. You see this, and then I take my trousers off, and then the scar
Oh.
goes from
That's
like
when Jilden
yeah, and
appears.
that's when
Yeah.
it goes from like my calf all the way up like inner thigh, and I'm like, yeah, see that thing? Oh yeah, that almost got me. I bled like a pig.
I
Is that a
flop
good
my
thing or a
like
bad thing with
arm.
your religion?
Oh. I pull out my big arm, and there's a scar going over my forearm here, and 250 men went into the water. 25 men came out. Basically one of those.
my god.
Black eyes like a doll's eyes. Anyway, yeah.
Frack's
So,
nodding.
That one also. Yeah. Sick.
I thought we
Awesome.
were leaving. What? Why is everyone naked again?
You got
Like,
scars?
this Yes.
Sears like all
Man,
packed
don't
up
be
with his
shy.
backpack, standing by the door.
Back on.
He's been
He's got-
standing
he's
by
got
the
a
door
carton
for
of
like
milk.
an hour. You know.
Carton of milk with a straw, some strawberry milk, ready to
Jilden
go.
is somehow unclothed again. Don't know why
We're
that happened.
investigating. We're looking at the deep gashes in your shell. I'd imagine that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'd be like, I would turn you around actually, without asking, and I would just flip you around and be like, you see these? I think these are carved
gosh.
in. Like this was with some purpose.
Do you feel that? I put my hand gently. I'm not like digging into the crevice or anything, but I'm like,
Stop that!
Are we still live?
See, it's just standing in the doorway, like sipping some tea. There's a spider on his shoulder, also sipping like a globe.
Yeah.
This is clearly our
thimble.
beach episode, by the way.
Oh, it's very ticklish back there. Careful.
Wait, right here's ticklish. Oh.
That's all he can hear is just giggling.
That's when he comes in with his.
He's like that. What?
Guys.
It sounds like they're up to something bizarre, and then he walks in, and you're all naked, climbing over each other, and like just confirms his worst fear.
he doesn't have fears anymore,
fear.
so it's all good. No fear.
Whew.
Right,
So
well,
many regrets right now.
Right,
Hey, it
smash
should
cut
be
to
that
you
way.
guys walking.
Yep.
We hear the front door close.
mhm.
You know, you're all packed up, you're all ready, and you step out into the. It's been 3 days since Seer packed his bag. You step out into the world and look about the area, looking to progress and continue with your journey. Now, a little reminder, we were doing a mini game. I'll bring us back over to the mini game map that we were playing, where you had this is what we're doing for travel instead of all of the varying different ways of doing travel. I thought it would be fun to do basically like a little board game here, where you guys are moving from the left side of the map to the right, essentially going from west to east, heading from the starting point of Uma through here, the giant land Selvae, towards Condor Reach, which is the sort of next kingdom over, with the intent of heading towards the House of Knowledge, which is a forest to the southeast, and all the while being chased by hordes of undead and all sorts of things. You are here in the middle of the map, and I think we sort of see you all packing your things, gathering your stuff, having one last bite of meat, and then heading out into the cold. For the record, your winter coat thing is still intact. It wasn't part of the things that got, dream turned. But I think, Frack has a set of robes on that are a little different to the ones he had on before, and the rest of you are packed up, and we see you head down the steps of Hard's Tower and back out into the wilderness. I'm just going to leave the horde where they were when we picked up on it, and who remembers the rules of the game, because it's been like 3 weeks, which is funny because I thought it was going to be
Survival.
a 1 episode thing, but yes,
I was
we
rolling
do
for the horde.
yeah, that's right, we do group survival check, and then that allows you to determine in which direction you go, basically. On a success you pick, on a failure you move in a random direction. Every other turn you roll for the chance of an encounter, and every other turn you roll for the horde to see if they move towards you. The horde will always just move towards where you are, moving with the sort of the shortest possible route. And then rests after every 2 turns you can take a short rest, or after every 4 turns you can take a long rest. But essentially every hex you move is a day of travel in game. So that's the basics. Let's do a set of survival checks and get moving as we see you sort of trudge out into the snow and continue on your journey. And the DC for this is 48. That you have to beat.
18, 13, 3, 22.
We got a 56.
Nice. Yes, you can move to whichever space you desire. You are
Go
able to
there.
move. On this one, and then all right, so this, we're going to count this as the encounter roll, which was, who was in charge of that? Myre?
Leah was.
No, I was doing the horde.
She's in charge
then
of the
yes.
horde. I think you're in charge of random encounters, so roll me
yes.
a d6.
Okay.
2, and you are in clear grounds. So there's different ground types here that will affect this, because I decided to add too many rules. Yep, you're fine. Nothing comes for you, so everyone can roll me another set of survival checks.
10,
You see
14,
48 again.
4. Uh-oh. 10.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
20,
38.
24, 34, 38.
All right, roll me a
That's
d6.
38. Rolling the d6. 4.
A 4, so it's 1 is the top, so it's
That's exactly the
1,
wrong
2,
direction.
3, 4.
Oh, dear.
You end up traveling south towards the horde, and then I think at some point during the day, as you sort of start traveling on this second day, we see you wake up from your camps, pack everything up. Everyone's sort of trudging along, feeling a little better rested after being in the tower, and then you recognize that Hard's tower is on the right of you, and it really shouldn't be. And then you recognize, we've gotten lost. If we keep heading
Oh, another tower. Maybe we should rest.
the same tower, and then you guys have to relocate what's going on. Okay, roll me a d2. The horde moves.
1.
1, it moves to here.
Nice.
Oof.
Well done. Well done, Leah.
Yeah, on a
Thank
2 it moves 2 spaces, and on a 1 it moves 1, and that's just what it does every other turn. Okay, let's have some survival checks.
Yeah.
This time you've
Follow
got to
me.
beat a 56.
Oh,
Oh
34.
no.
Oh, what?
Hold on. That's a 59, I think.
Yep.
Absolutely no
Nice.
idea. Yep, definitely is 100%. Brad can't count, so
59.
he'll never know.
Yeah, he can't. True.
Okay, yeah, you can move your token wherever you want.
I'm gonna go back
Okay.
away from the horde.
Myre, roll me a d6.
Rolling the d6. I rolled another 2.
Yep, that's clear. All right.
Oh.
Survival checks.
21, 10, 31,
40.
45.
This one you've got to be at 48.
I'll get a 3 or higher. Sirus. Yeah.
Easy.
Move
67.
whichever direction
Straight
you want.
away from him.
Okay. Roll me perception checks then.
Okay.
Group perception.
All of us? Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Perception.
Have to beat
25,
uh,
40, 64.
all right, well, that's easily enough. You can see some stuff in the distance.
I
See some stuff in the distance.
You see some stuff in the distance. It's kind of over a hilly area, but to the north of you, you can recognize that there are some absolutely enormous sort of totem poles that have glowing runes on them in Giantish.
Can I see what the? Can I read it from here?
No.
Okay.
It probably just looks like a light, I guess, at this point. You know, you
Okay.
see.
Like 2 days of travel away from us, right?
I see them and I say, let's go there. And then I look behind us at the horde. Let's make our escape.
All right, roll for the horde, please, Leah.
2.
1, 2. The horde are right on your heels, snapping at your heels. Also, yeah, Mergs, you still have the minus 14 HP until you clear this mini game. I think that
Right,
was what we
okay.
said.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
So when you get to that checkpoint, the next long rest you take after that, you'll get your full
Full.
HP back.
Awesome, thank you.
I think also that's how long Jilden remains enthralled, right? Was that what we said as well?
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we said just for
I
the
don't
fun
remember.
of it. Because at some point she needs to sort of snap out of it and be like, why did I want to go outside with him? Maybe she just would still have done that anyway, to be honest. Jilden's
And
I
we,
don't
Jilden's
know
kind
if
of
we specified.
unique.
Nice bit of adventure. With strange men.
Okay.
We've had 2 full turns, I think. We can do a long rest right now if we want to.
Can.
do we have to?
Well, we don't have to, but we could.
I don't know if you'll
I think
get
we're
anything
fine.
from it.
Well, I've spent like 4 spell slots just
Oh,
mucking
then
around in the
yes.
tower, but we don't have to.
Oh, and if you want to, then sure.
It's probably best to do it then.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's
Long
right.
rest.
Orcish's job is counting rests. The
So,
rests
to,
rolls.
to answer your question, Brad, Vampire Charm has a 24-hour, like typical Vampire Charm has 24 hours, but I don't remember if we specified if it was any
Yeah.
more or less.
I know it was 24 hours, but I
Yeah.
couldn't remember it because the thing for Sirus is also 24 hours, I think. But
Mm.
just for the sake of it being more fun,
Mhm.
and you're sort of trapped in this pocket dimension of a board game, I'm going to say it lasts for a little bit longer. Plus, it was pretty
Okay.
potent.
Yeah, this is not a standard vampire, so I don't know.
Right, yeah, he's also kind of weird and homebrewed. Yeah, I think it's just that, yeah, his effects will wear off at the first long rest after this mini game. All right, so survival checks to see if you can, in fact, move towards those runes.
$44. 54.
54. Yes, you've absolutely beat it. You can move any direction you want
Into the horde.
into the horde.
I
He said it's too
would
late.
say, do we want to go to the rune totems, to the team?
Yes.
All right, that's enough for me.
Yep.
The other 2 stare blankly at me and then I lead us north.
I don't stare blankly, but I do look at him like when he's talking because like he never replies to me, so I don't reply to him. I'm just like,
Wow. Subtweet. The table talk subtweet there. All right, roll me a d6. Please, Myre.
Someone. I won't say who.
But a green person I know.
Yeah, one of my adventuring party who happens to be green.
No naming names, but
A 4, no encounter for you, so you
Hey,
get
come
to
on.
roll
Uh.
survival checks.
We can do
again.
this, team.
come
I
on.
believe.
We can do this. Come on.
Oh, God.
No!
You actually have to beat a
22,
56.
30. No, we did not. We didn't beat it.
All right, roll me a d6. And remember the way is
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
4, 5, 6.
Is Mirggles rolling this?
Oh, I can do it.
Yeah, let's have Mergs roll.
You
the
don't have a
failures.
thing to do.
5.
5. That's
yeah.
not bad.
That's
It's,
here.
yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's there. It's
Not great though.
not amazing. Thanks, Mirggles.
That's
You're
actually the
welcome.
worst thing that could have happened, actually, now that I think
Okay.
about it.
It could be pretty bad if Leah rolls a 2 right now.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
No!
Here we go again.
I
One
cast
job,
rewind.
Ooh.
You can do that.
Can you do
Is that legal?
Can I? I don't know. It's a board
I mean,
game. I don't know if I can do that in the board game.
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like a character
after
choice.
every roll.
But it was like, yeah, it's not like a real roll, is it? Because
It's
when do
there,
you get
huh?
that back?
After every long rest, I get
You
2
know
of them.
what? I'll let you do it then. As long rests are bullshit in the mini game. Do you want to do it?
You want me to rewind? Yeah, absolutely. If you're gonna let me do it,
Yeah. Alright, Jilden re-roll the D2 and try to roll a 1.
come on, Jilden.
The zombies catch up
Listeners, I
with you.
rolled
You
2
get
twice.
you get lost in these hills. There are these like big totem poles that are kind of glowing in the distance, but you lose sight of them. There are whiteouts, and you move down into sort of dips in these hills and mountains and stuff. And you end up. What happened now?
She's rolled 4 2s in a row.
Oh, she's still rolling 2s.
Yeah. Rigged. Oh my god, 5 2s in a 6.
Wait. What? Okay, well.
It's rigged. It's
you
rigged.
rolling
Brad's put a code
a
in the
D2
game.
here?
He's learned how to code overnight.
You're not just
Orcish, roll
rolling
one
one
up.
There we go.
There we go.
There we
The
go.
curse is
Brad's
lifted.
straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
Wow. Okay. So let's bring you back over to the
Never jam with the odds.
the map.
7 million to 1.
I think Sia's not on it.
Oh, I
'cause
love the
last time
sound
we
of
used it, it ran
shambling
away.
death advancing towards me.
Here they come.
Yeah.
All right. Put yourselves wherever you want in that square. And the
Where's the
undead.
edge of the map?
I feel like I'm at the front and I was like, come on guys, let's go the wrong way.
So, with the rules of this encounter, when we do escape, must we escape from the same border of each other?
No.
Or just leave?
Just get
no,
off the
okay.
map.
All right.
You're holding down all the top buttons in a Final Fantasy game.
All right.
Pitter patter, pitter patter.
Pitter patter, pitter patter. It's the most American I've ever heard you sound.
Let's get at her. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Here they
You're
are.
close to me.
They are very close to you. Yeah,
So
this is the
well, okay.
side they were on. You can move yourselves still if you want.
No, I'll take it like an orc.
He lives with his choices
He dies with them too.
and dies with
Okay.
them too. Okay, roll me
I
some
expect an
initiatives.
inspiration
Remember to
point
tick
for
on
not
your,
moving.
Oh
for
great.
being-
all right, fine. You can have one.
Excellent. Thank you.
You would all know by this point that my plan is to just hit turn undead so that we can get out of here. So if you guys just want to plan with that, even though I'm
Mhm.
at
Right.
the bottom
yeah.
of the turn order.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to be dead before you can do anything. I've got 9
More
armor
like
class.
turn Frack alive, am I right?
Okay. First up.
Oh wait, I
Sia.
get it.
I'm first up, or the zombie has 19.
Does it? Oh,
Ish?
Yeah.
I'm
One
not-
of
You
them.
only
There's
rolled for
12
2
in
of
the
them.
turn order.
There should not be 2 in there.
Oh.
What, do you see 2 zombies?
Yes, I see one zombie spawn for 19 and another for 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, not in the turn order, just in the
In the chat.
roll, right?
Yeah.
Here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. No, ignore that one. That was an incorrect roll from me. The first
Alright.
one. Sorry, it's just the 12. Just only ever look at the turn order.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Well, in that case,
could not figure
I
out how that was
see the
done.
swarm and I say, I'll meet you all by the runes. And I run I guess I go my full distance 40, and then I sprint for another 40, so I'm now 80 this way, which is over there. Can I move myself there real quick? Sorry. So I'm now 80 here, and then you see a purple pulse around my feet, and I step of the wind off the map.
Oh, he's out.
Wait, no. Actually, no. I step of the wind.
He's not
to
learned
the
a single
border
lesson
of the,
from last time.
yeah. So sorry, I
The
step of
end
the wind,
of
and I'm on the
combat
border of
last
the map.
time he was like, I wish I'd stayed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So can I can't. I dragged myself off the map, and now I can't click the token anymore. Can you please Control Z me, and move me just to the border, and I'll wait there.
I have no idea how to get you back.
Can you remove me and put me back in?
I can put you back in, yeah. Okay, Jilden, your turn.
Thank you.
Yes, I take one look at my comrades, and one look at Seer. I say, everything's
See
got
his
the right
after
idea.
image.
And I go my full sprint towards
Can
Seer.
tools really move as fast as everyone else?
She jumps on a shell and just like, boop, and then slides the rest of the
I
way
have
like a Mario.
30 foot
Sludge.
speed, and I can dash. That's my action, so yes.
Can you imagine how terrifying that would be? Like a turtle just running full
Oh,
tilt.
yeah, as fast as a human could run.
I like to think that would be horrifying. But in the ice and snow, certainly a run up and then onto the shell. Whee! Sliding the rest of the way.
It's a good thing none of them are still like gnomes. With
Nice
20
clean
speed.
shell.
Some of you didn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when they were younger. It's all good.
I did, yeah, that's true. Okay. I'm ashamed.
All right, zombie swarms. Gonna swarm the two of you that are here, I guess. Let's see. This one will go to here. This one will go to here. This one will
Yeah.
go to here.
Oh
Yeah.
jeez, they're gonna die.
And let's do some attacks here.
It's a good job Seer doesn't feel any guilt whatsoever.
I don't feel. Yeah, you don't know about my guilt.
First two against Frack, second against Sirus. 1, 2, 3. 23, 8, 12. The first two, the 23 and the 8 are against Thrak, and the 12 is against Sirus.
Oh, I get one hit on me.
Does not hit me.
Okay, you take
15
15
damage.
bludgeoning damage. This is, although there are 3 tokens on the map, this is just one big horde, you know, and again, these are lizard folk zombies. So think Walking Dead zombies, but they're all giant lizards. And they're snapping and slashing and biting at you. And as they sort of overwhelm you and you get lost in them, you guys are sort of defending yourselves and hitting them away with shields and things. But they get enough strikes in to deal 15 bludgeoning and slashing damage, really, probably, to Thrak. And that ends their turn, bringing us to Thrak's turn.
Okay, I'll do a magic missile at one of them. And then I will, shit. I'm pretty screwed, aren't I? Because they're all within. I'm just not going to do anything else.
Okay, which one do you magic missile?
Blue, also.
Okay.
And it is this much damage. 5, 4, 13.
13 magic missile. So yeah, 13 of these zombies just get obliterated by this thing. And I imagine this is like that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where the guy's whistling and the thing goes and takes out all the people.
Yeah.
But there's still absolutely loads of them. Then it is Sirus's turn.
Yes.
It's time to get Sirus.
Time to get Sirus. I will cast my Channel Divinity, Turn Undead.
Yes. Which is wisdom saves,
So-
right? Yes.
Wisdom save.
All right.
Yes.
Blue, green, orange. 1, 2, 3. Wow, all fail.
Whoa,
All fail.
what the hell?
These are all
So,
turn.
if you want, I'll end the combat there. Rather than go
I'll take
through
it.
the whole thing, unless you want
Yeah.
to. You're more than welcome to stand and like slowly beat them down and waste your spells if you want. But
No,
I'm assuming
yeah.
that we
There is no
see.
experience in this campaign, so there's no reason to kill
Yeah.
him, is there?
We see
fine.
you cast this spell once again, and the it just lets you, the three of you, slip out. Well, I guess the four of you, but like, Seer's already
On the edge of the map, I
he's doing the
exist.
thing where
I'm-
Barry Allen runs like this in that movie. But for some reason, he does that with his hands.
I think it's the ink hands, by the way. Like, because the fact that that worked for all of them when it has never worked for all of them,
You just
I'm like,
believe
oh,
it
Like
to
my
be
that, the
ink
highest
hands.
roll for all three of them was a 2, and they only had what, like a -2?
Yeah,
That
they have a
roll?
plus. Yeah, no, they have a -2. Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah. And how many of those do you have though?
Probably one more.
One
Oh,
more.
what?
One more per
How many
long
more
rest.
divine thingamafaces do you have?
Oh, I have one more, yes.
Okay.
So you only get 2 every long rest.
Every long, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just double check. Because it might be proficiency bonus. I have to look it up, sorry.
It's fine. We can just.
Just sit and
do
watch
one
me.
while you
I'm
figure it
pretty
out.
sure I'm pretty sure you get it back on a long rest because of who you are. Okay. Great. That was the horde roll. So it is now time to do another set of survival checks, and you have to beat 56 on this again.
He's on this.
Survival.
Hills.
Starting off with a strong lead here. 47. We need a 9 from Sirus.
Sorry, it is twice.
Okay.
2 of them. Wow.
Okay.
Ooh.
Smash it. Yeah. You get to
Gonna go
pick
up here.
whichever direction you want to go. A d6 from Myre, please, for the random encounter.
Okay, rolling the d6. I mean, it's been a 2 or a 4 this entire time, so why not another 2?
Is one
Nice.
bad or good? Is one bad or good in this?
One is bad. Roll me a d4. Let's see what you're going to be fighting. What you stumble
me?
upon.
Or-
Yes, you.
Okay. A 4.
Okay. And
Is that bad or
then
good?
roll me a d6. I'm also going to roll a d6.
I roll a d6.
Uh-oh.
A 1.
Oh,
A
Oh.
1 means you're surprised.
nice.
So let's go back to the map. Put yourselves back into the circle.
Me too.
Yeah, we don't need these anymore.
Not near this time. Get off me, Seer.
You moved on to me. You lummox.
You great
Aw,
lummox.
Lummox. So cute.
I think what happens is you're moving along and you just hear a lot of bugs. You sort of
favorite.
recognize that there is creatures crawling up from under the snow. You've activated some sort of bizarre, horrible nest of bugs. And you are surrounded by insects and centipedes. Swarms of them.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just going to give them different. I'll tell you what, you can roll me some.
Reminds me of this
initiatives.
apartment every summer.
Oh my
Oh, you know
goodness.
what? I am so happy about moving out in 2 weeks. Not having to deal with the spider infestation this year. Because I'm moving to a top floor apartment and there is no such thing as spiders in those.
From
That's
spiders to
true.
rats.
That is nice.
Rats can't walk up the stairs.
Yeah, rats. You didn't get rats on a top floor apartment.
They
Come
can't
on
get their
now.
pizza up there.
I ain't a rat.
I ain't no rat.
Well, one of you
I
is.
know
You've
it.
got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in there, so one of you's got to be a giant talking rat.
Maybe
we rolled
next
2
campaign.
4s and 2 6s for our initiative. That's so rough.
Doing great.
Yeah,
Been great, sweetheart.
let me roll some.
Oh no, the last time we had
initiatives,
bugs, I
things.
think Frack exploded a chasm almost, almost killed us, right?
The last time we
Oh,
had
just
bugs
you.
was my
Just you.
favourite encounter so far of the entire campaign.
The one super
That
strong
one super
bug.
the Captain America bug that was in there.
Captain America buggy.
All right, going first are all the centipedes, and you're surprised. So these guys, yeah, you guys just get to role play as being surprised. So this one's going to appear here. This one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. Anime, the most
Anime gasps. Yeah.
What was
Sweat.
that?
Is that
Have you ever watched
sweat
anime?
dripping down? Have you not?
All right,
Yeah.
attacks coming in on Jilden, then Frack, and then 1d2, and then Sia. 1, 2, 3. 18, 16. So 18 Jilden, 16
Yeah.
Frack, 21 Sia.
I've been struck.
Hit.
I think these
I've been
things
stricketh.
can paralyze.
Oh,
Oh
good.
no, it's not. They can't. It's just if you die to this.
Then you're dead.
So
Bait
Jilden,
or
you take
spine.
8 piercing damage. Thrack, you take 9 piercing damage, and Sia, you take 7 piercing damage. A creature reduced to 0 hit points by the swarm of centipedes is poisoned and paralyzed. So they do have some form of poison. Oh, and then the insects go immediately afterwards. Great. Insects. So this is Jilden again, 10, Frack 18, Sirus 22.
Oh, yeah,
That is a
hits.
hit.
Okay. Thrack, you take 12 piercing damage,
Excellent.
and so does Sirus. So I think all of these insects just burrow up through the snow. You know, you're like walking through snow, and it just suddenly there are insects rushing up out of the snow, running up your legs and biting into you, and it's instant and sudden and awful, and you're surprised, which means they go again.
Absolutely.
And I think they're just going to continue to bite the same people, so let's do it all again. 1, 2, 3. So this is Jilden 22, Thrack 22, Sia natural 20.
Oh, that
Oh my
hits.
god.
Jilden 11 piercing. Thrack, are you doing something?
Frack is down.
I'm gonna have to try and do something here, I think. Let me see, hold on.
Got to somehow get your AC up to a 22.
No. But I can have them... nah. Just, yeah, go ahead and hit me.
Okay.
I'll use my relentless endurance, so I'm only at 1 hit point.
All right. Yep. You take the 9 piercing and then fall over and then get back up again. And then Sia, you take 10 piercing damage. And then the swarm will bite Jilden for a 22. The decider
Stop
here.
at his 20s.
Thrack,
Oh my god.
21. And Sirus with a natural 1. So
I'm gonna use the time thingy to make him roll that attack again.
okay. How many times can you do that?
I can do it twice per long rest.
Okay.
Yes, this last one.
Here we go.
Natural
11 instead.
Hold on. What is this the reaction? Under control of flow of time around a creature. Yep, it's reaction. So I don't have another reaction, so I'm down.
Why don't you have another reaction?
Because
'Cause
that's a
you only have-
reaction to make him re-roll.
What did you use the reaction for?
To make him re-roll.
Yeah, to turn back time.
To
You
turn
have
back
one reaction
time.
per
The time
turn,
spell
so he
is the
can't use
reaction.
shield after, is what he's saying.
Oh, you were going to shield.
I was going to shield. Yeah,
Oh,
but I can't.
your AC is lower than 11.
It's 9.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just missed that point, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any armor, right? I'm not
Right,
wearing
right,
armor,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I have -1 dexterity.
That's why
You
they
don't have mage armor.
That's why they worked on mage armor all those years, all those mages. With that spell. Okay, then yeah, you're down. You are KO right now. It's just swarms of these things rushing up Thrack as he's trying to beat at them. There's like a moment where he blurs and sort of like he does this thing every now and then where sometimes it's like he moves weirdly as he reverses time. But yeah, they just swarm over him, rushing up him, biting and biting and biting until eventually you just see him collapse. Sirus, you need to roll me a d20.
Yeah.
That's what you need me to do.
What time of day is it right now?
Roll me a d24. It's that time of day.
Okay.
13.
13.
And then you roll damage for those rolls.
It's 10 in the night.
And at night.
Yeah.
Who needs damage? Oh, you haven't taken damage yet?
Not from the bites.
Right. So this one's Jilden. Just the 10. Frack, it doesn't matter. Does he?
Wait, just the 10? So not
0.
the full 19?
Yes, you don't take
That's
the
not a
19 is for because the second roll was a crit.
Aha.
We're only taking the first.
Of course, go for that.
13. This creature cannot attack next round. I don't know why. Why these bugs become suddenly stunned by Sirus. But Sirus, you do something like maybe you just like hit the broad side of your sword or something at the snow, and it covers these insects, and they have to spend a bit more time getting over it to get to you. But they basically skip a turn. That swarm. All right. Then we come to the top of the round. Frack, give me a death saving throw.
Yeah. For those listening, one of the swarms rolled a natural 1. So Brad does the thing where the person that they attack rolls a d20, and that's the disadvantage they got.
That's what's happened there.
Fumble
yeah.
tables.
I've got fumble
That's
tables.
1 failure.
1 failure from Frack.
I got a 9.
Oh, actually, no. What got you? The insects or the centipedes?
It was the
It was the
insects, not the
okay,
centipedes.
So you are on death saves. Okay. All right, Seer, it's your turn.
All right, well, I hear from behind me as this orc falls to the ground, and I am going to attack things that attacked him to try and stop him from being eaten alive by bugs or something. So, I shall turn to the insects, pull out my staff, and start swinging as hard and as fast as I can at these creatures. I'm going for the blue tagged insects.
Okay.
Okay. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
That's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I'm then going to use my, I believe it's called, sorry. It's not called sorry, it's called extra attack. There we go. And I'm going to swing at that same creature again, or same group of creatures again, for a 13 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, for 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. There's only 3 bugs on the ground in front of you. From that swarm.
Alright. In that swarm, there are only 3 bugs in front of me left. Okay. I'm going to, again, it's almost like a hula hoop kind of situation as I throw the staff and it kind of like catches my waist and swings around. And as I do, I'm going to do a flurry of blows unarmed on these 3 creatures, or at them, for as I expend a key point. For a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
That hits.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
You take out the last of these bugs.
Okay. I am then going to, I'm going to move this way, incurring a, how would you say, a opportunity attack from the centipedes if they would choose to.
Which of course they do on a 19.
Okay. 19 hits.
These attack
10
rolls from these
piercing damage.
fuckers is insane.
Okay, 10
Yeah,
points.
they only have a
of-
+3 to attack. But
Okay.
Just
And-
rolling horrifically well.
I just
Yeah,
really,
it's an
yeah.
amazing roll.
This roll
Brad's
20.
typical rolls.
This roll 20 campaign really likes me. I wish this was Kingmakers. You know, so that I would have rolled better on Aerofear, but it's not. I'm the GM, and you're all in danger. Okay. Yes. What else?
All
do you
right.
do?
And I will then use my final punch on these creatures here with another unarmed hit for 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
All right. What a waste of 10 HP.
Centipedes are wiggling around too much, but you took out 1 swarm. It is Jilden's turn.
Excellent. I grasp my staff with both hands and jump up and slam my clawed feet down on the ground as I cast Thunder Wave, and I'm going to upcast that at level 2.
Okay.
Which is going to be a con save from both of these.
1, 2, an 11 and a 6.
Both failures, which means 3d8 thunder damage. 3, 8.
Damn.
Wow, I'm such good rolls.
Wow.
So it's 11 thunder damage, and they're both pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Nice.
I'm going to bonus action healing word myself. Healing word yourself. 5. Nice.
Okay. Do you want to move?
Yes, I will be. And then I'm going to move here. I'm going to hide behind Sue.
Okay.
Hey, you look fine. What's your problem?
He's limping
I am
away.
bleeding. I look horrific.
He doesn't look great either. He's been bitten by, there's like centipedes hanging off of him. Okay, it is Sirus's turn. I think everyone looks rough, actually. Everyone's covered in these bugs, and they are doing damage. Sirus, yes, your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast first Beacon of Hope. So bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures. I'm gonna choose all of us. For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. And then with my bonus action, I will cast Healing Word at level 3. So, great. 8.
Okay.
Wait, what maximum? Hold on.
That is the maximum healing is 8.
That is the maximum?
Yeah. You're casting that
Okay.
on everyone, though. That's mass.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's on everyone.
Everyone gets 8 healing, which most importantly works on Frack. You sort of wake up on the ground, still covered in
Get smacked again,
centipedes.
probably.
But yeah,
Eaten.
you're prone and laying there. Yeah, let's see if they do want to eat you or Sia. Let's roll a 1d2. 1 will be you. Okay, you're lucky. They're going to bite Sia. These ones will also chase Sia. These ones I think will chase you, Jilden. And let's do some rolls. So centipedes first. Centipedes biting Sia. Centipedes biting Sirus. Centipedes biting Jilden. So 21 for the ones biting you, Sia. I'm assuming that
Okay.
hits.
Yep, hits.
For 8 piercing damage.
Okay, back down 8 again.
And the 10 and the 7, I'm guessing, missed the other 2.
Indeed.
So, and then we've got more bites coming in on Sia from these guys on a 7. That's presumably a miss. And then
That
the
is
other
a
one
miss,
trying
yes.
to bite Sirus on another natural 1. Roll me a d20 for the critical fail consequences of their actions. Which almost never makes sense for swarms because it's stuff like your weapon falls from your hands and stuff.
2.
You stumble forward, giving attacks of opportunity. So if you'd like to have a free attack on that swarm of insects using your reaction, you can.
Oh, wait, I can?
Yes,
Can I do that right now?
you may.
Hold on.
Oh, actually, they don't get a turn this turn, so that didn't happen at all. But I'm going to let you have a free attack anyway because I've got you all excited and I don't want to take that from you. I won't be able to sleep. I won't be able to sleep tonight. I won't be able to
No,
sleep.
it's okay.
Yeah, the guilt. The guilt. The guilt's already eating me alive like the centipede.
It's literally. We don't have to. Okay. Because
Now we're
I'm
just playing a game
warcaster-
of like reflecting guilt at each
Yeah,
other.
no, I'm gonna.
No,
I'm gonna
go on,
take
go
it.
for it. Yeah, it's fine.
Because I'm a warcaster, when a creature provokes an opportunity attack from me, I can use a reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So, let me just quickly take a look at my spells. Because I normally spend the whole time preparing what I'm gonna do for my next turn. Dang.
You were only
Okay,
prepared to
I
heal
think-
the insects.
Yes, I was only prepared to heal the insects. I'm gonna go with a guiding bolt. So
It's
yes,
a miss.
and yeah.
As you.
Dang.
Nothing.
No.
The guiding bolt. Well, I think probably just the snow explodes.
Yeah, okay.
But they're insects and they just turn over and keep rushing forward, and it's just a horrible, nightmarish experience. Okay, Thrak, you are prone, but you are up. So, what do you want to do?
I'll stand up and
There are bugs everywhere.
yeah. I think I'll cast Misty Step and get the fuck out. Right there. Can't go back far then. I'll go there.
Okay. Is that it?
That's and then no, I'll move an additional. I have 15 movement speed left. I'll go here.
All right. See ya.
All right, with
I'm
these.
not leaving.
I trust you. All right, I am with all these creatures on me, just biting and digging in. I think I'm going to take a deep breath, cross my arms, take another deep breath, and focus my ki on all the puncture wounds and creatures on me. I'm going to release, shout, "Ah!" and then use wholeness of body as I gain 3 times my monk level in HP. So I go from 17 to 35 with 18 points of healing. With a bonus action, I then assume the ready stance, and I am now going to be in a patient defense, making it so that their attacks are a disadvantage on me. That's my turn.
Okay. Jilden, your turn.
Spread out do all of the work. And I exhale in a big gust. And you see another wind wall come out, and I shape it to wrap all around us and get all of these insects in it. Now, this is 50 foot long and any shape I wish, so it's going to hit all of these. Flying creatures cannot pass through the wall, but of course they're in the wall right now. But they will need to do strength saving throws.
Right, does that include Sirus?
No, Sirus, it will be around Sirus. I just drew it terribly.
Right, well, you have to draw it incredibly accurately, otherwise.
Okay, I'm so
Because
sorry.
that's the type of DM I am. Okay, strength saves from the centipedes first. 1, 2, 3, and then the insects. 8, 14, 4.
All fail.
They all fail.
Actually, no, the 14 meets the DC, so.
14 breaks it. Okay, so that's the centipedes
which will take
that
half
are
as much
next
damage.
to you.
Yeah, so I'll take half damage, so then the rest are going to take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I mean, yeah, this does a lot of work. It kills this swarm of insects that are near Sia. This one takes 7. This one 15, and this one takes 15. Okay, yeah, I mean, they're all looking significantly reduced as this wind wall just launches these insects.
It's like a little tornado of biting carapace.
And then just sends them. Yeah.
I'm having the time of my life. And then I will send another healing word towards Sirus.
Although this will come back and bite you in the ass one day when I make an insect sharknado monster. When I can be bothered to make an insect sharknado monster.
That was 6 healing for Sirus. Yeah, just
Thank you.
sort of absent-mindedly, you see a little thing come through the wind wall, a little spark of, a little glow in your heart.
Did you just give yourself overhealing?
Huh?
You have
Sorry,
40
no,
out of 37.
Yeah, I know. It was because my maximum is 37, but
She's
I
allowed. She's
just
got a
put the
special
numbers
thing on
in.
her sheet that she gets as
No.
a racial bonus
No, I
because
just
that's
can't do
that's
math,
how
so I
Mirggles
always
plays D&D. We've
It's
learned that lesson the hard way. Well, I learned that lesson the hard
Actually,
way.
I can't be
That's a
hurt by
shame.
bugs.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't
obviously
like
you can't be hurt by bugs. Okay, it's your turn.
I can summon a SEAL Team 6.
I
Seer
don't know
Team
what the
6.
hell you just said. Sirus, it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
The bugs, they're like encased in a wall now?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
They're sort of in a wall.
Can they?
There's a
if I try
tornado
to run
wall
away?
that's all
They
around
can
you.
go through it.
right
We've
now.
seen it happen before. They can
well,
go through.
They can go through, but they wouldn't be able to go back through the other way. And if as long as they're in the same place, then they will make bludgeoning. They will take bludgeoning damage.
Can I move
Suppose I
without
should do
taking
this.
an opportunity attack? Does it keep them from attacking me if I try to move? Or
I don't think so.
Shouldn't do.
No. You'll still have to stay. If you stand
I'll still
still,
have to.
you'll be
Okay.
safe. But yeah, it doesn't. They're not immobilized or anything. They're just kind of getting battered and thrown about, but they're still there, so they can still fight.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I will cast Guiding Bolt again at which one here? I'll go for the green swarm of centipedes.
Guiding bolt's the ranged spell attack, yes?
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, guiding bolt. So if you cast a ranged spell, if you do anything
Needs
ranged
to be
at melee range, you have disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
So, yeah, ranged spells, use them at range.
Can I go for the purple one then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, purple.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, there's no way you don't kill these guys. How does it look? Natural 20.
Yeah, I just release my ice white guiding bolt into them, and it just obliterates them, annihilates them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like glitter
Yeah.
in the air.
Glitterpedes.
Glitterpedes.
Let me write that down as well. So, bug, sharknado, and glitterpedes. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Yes, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Jilden. Level 2.
Lovely.
Oh, we're just swapping.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, end up
Wonderful.
exchanging.
Remember that
Go
you
on.
actually still get maximum from this because my Beacon of Hope is still going, so you get
Oh,
max
okay.
healing. Sorry,
So
let me do that.
8 points of
math.
healing then.
Yeah, it would be 8.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait, do you get it from all sources or just from you?
Just her heals.
I think it's just from her.
It literally says regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Oh.
Any healing.
Nice.
That's ridiculous.
Then that
Yeah.
Excellent.
works retroactively for Jilden's thing if you get any more from that. But you
Yeah.
overhealed
And
her anyway,
yes.
didn't you? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm set.
all right. Well, centipedes are going to try and bite. See ya. Natural 1. Roll me a d20. And then they're
A
going to try and
D20.
bite Sirus. 6. They miss. 5 means that the centipedes apply the damage to themselves. Let's see if they destroy themselves. Yep.
Wow.
They do 15 damage to themselves. They're in a
yourself.
they're
Stop
in
killing
a
yourself.
they're in a tornado,
Fighting each other.
right? So they're just like
Mm.
getting torn apart by that. I think is really we're just gonna say that's probably what happens there. All right, this swarm of insects is gonna try and bite Sirus as well. On a 19 versus your AC.
That is a hit. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
hit.
You take 13 piercing damage as these bugs. They're just being they're in your hair and stuff because of the bug sharknado. Frack, it's your turn.
DMs hate this
Drinking-
one simple trick.
Drinking a potion is a bonus action, right?
Yes, because there's no rogues in this game.
Okay.
That's my rule. My rule is it's a bonus action unless there's a rogue, and then because rogues get that thing fast hands or whatever, and
They
if
get 2
everyone
bonus
can do
actions.
stuff on a bonus action, it just makes the rogue not be special, and I don't think that's fair.
Oh, okay.
Rules is written, it's an action, but like most tables make it a bonus.
Yeah, I've always used it as a bonus action, apart from if there's a rogue. So if anyone multi-classes into rogue, become my
Yeah.
best friend.
Rogue wizard. Okay, so I'm going to drink my healing elixir that I summoned a while back. It's 2d4 plus 2. Do I get all of that? Since I have the thing on.
You would.
Maximum
Oh wait, hold on.
healing.
Then you have to be
This
within
is a
30
good
feet
question.
of the beacon. What's the roll?
Yeah, the range is 30 feet within range. Choose any number of creatures within range. For the duration, each target has advantage. But you were in the
Yeah,
range
you have
when
the
you
spell
had
on you.
it.
You are, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
so I
enchanted.
think it should still work. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it does. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so that's 10.
Is it a
healing.
concentration spell? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Then yeah, I think that's fair.
And then I'll cast. I'll do a little fireball.
Little
Firebolt?
fireball. Little
Just kidding.
firebolt.
Firebolt.
Should I actually? I just got hit
Hmm.
Oh, you
I
have
need to
to
do a con
you have to do a
save
con
for the
save.
concentration. This is the first time I got hit, so sorry. Let me just quickly check because Warcaster also gives me advantage on that. I believe
I think it does.
advantage. Yep. Okay. 17. We're good.
You're good. Right, firebolt.
Firebolt
Which one?
comes out of my
Which
staff.
swarm?
and,
The centipedes or the insects?
I hit the centipedes
Okay.
for
17 hits.
17. 6 damage. Oh,
There's one
bad
left.
roll.
There's one
Oh, come on.
centipede. With a shield.
He
That
looks
looks
pissed off.
surprisingly familiar.
His name is Jeremy.
Sir, it's your turn.
Kill my family. You killed my mom and my brother.
In a tornado.
And I have really
Oh, yeah,
bad
there's a tornado
vertigo,
there,
and this
isn't there?
isn't helping me at all.
Jeremy Cricket just getting thrown around.
I run around the wind wall to this one singular cricket. I'm gonna plant my staff.
That's the centipede.
On the
That's the
ground.
one singular cricket. There's
Oh.
7 insects there.
Oh, okay. To the one singular cricket, I plant my staff on the ground and then lift myself up flagpole and then bring both my legs together to clap at it. I suppose I'll try and do that because it
Okay.
sounds funny.
With your
That's the
feet.
fruitiest
Yeah.
way to kill
Yeah.
a chipmunk.
Are you doing that with your feet?
With a natural one!
He's back. He's back.
Oh
Alright, well, how many ones are you up to?
0 because this is like my
First one since. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't happen. I miss,
Excellent.
I guess. Legs twist in the wind with the with the wind
Hey.
wall
Shouldn't have skipped leg day, boy. You're looking a bit
Alright.
weak.
with
I
my
want to roll
extra attack.
perception to see if I
A
saw
9!
that popping around.
Yeah, did we see this? Is this embarrassing?
Everyone saw
Oh,
it.
It's
I
actually-
mean, this is quite
Everyone
embarrassing.
can see it.
It's floating through the wind like Avatar Last Airbender when
He's just flopping. He's like,
I will perma no death saves if I miss every attack and it hits me back. All right, so I then
take that.
let go of the staff and I just unarmed strike. I mean, I'm gonna flurry of blows and just try and clap it. 23. Okay.
Where's that fence?
Have you seen Avengers Endgame when Thanos goes to little Steve Rogers has the shield and he's like holding it up against Thanos and then Thanos just punches him in the head and knocks him out? That's what just happened there. You were Thanos and that was Captain Centipede.
So I have.
But he put up a damn good fight.
damn
Really,
good
what was
fight.
happening is you were trying to hit a centipede in a tornado, which is just an insane task anyway. It's like when you know when you spit chewing gum out and you got to kick it, and it's weirdly difficult.
I have one extra attack left.
Full
I use
experience?
my movement to go around
Exactly.
and
Something
try and.
people do.
I get Jeremy
That's
Crab.
just what I do.
You're
I mean,
the only
I'm-
person in the planet that's ever done that before.
You don't spit your
Fucking
chewing
it.
gum out and then volley it. All right,
No.
well,
It might be a unique experience.
you would do if you were brought up on FIFA like me and no other games. It was the only imagination I had
To
until I was
North London
15.
boy.
Yeah,
All right, 12 to hit on this other swarm.
12 hits.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow. Guess
I
what?
gotta join
There's
my
one
family.
left.
Like the shield falls in front of him.
Yeah. You took
It's also
everything
named
from
Jeremy
me.
Cricket.
I don't even. That see is there like I don't even know who you are. All right, Jilden. Can you run all the
They've
way
been
around
trailing
the wind
us
wall?
for years, actually.
Yeah.
I can go.
They've been training you since
Can I go through
the
it?
since the previous dungeon where you killed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
insects.
Yeah.
You took everything from
They-
us.
They raised the banners to get this insect army out here.
The North remembers.
I can just go through this wall without any penalty.
You can just
so-
drop your own spell, you know.
That is also true. I will, but I'm not going to for dramatic effect because I too want to try and smack a cricket flying through the air with an unarmed strike.
You're now Thanos walking through the wind wall, but you know when he appears through the portal or
Oh
whatever?
my gosh.
And what do you do? How do you
I
kill
just
him?
part my own wind wall.
And spear Jeremy Cricket on the bottom of your nail.
Yeah.
With a
Slowly
single
push
finger.
it through his little tiny body. Through his little
It
vest.
screams.
His little his little plaid jacket.
I'm too young to die. And she spears it with a claw and just eats it.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. It's horrific. Everyone's injured.
Yeah, it was rough. That was the roughest combat we've ever done. It was a bunch
It
of
was
insects.
crazy. It's absolutely insane. I really don't know how to balance you guys.
I thought I was going to
anymore.
die.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
Thinking of my next character. Make a rogue.
How to... You are a really weird party.
Thank you.
It's really bizarre comp and approach.
Quite a balanced team, actually. All things
Quite,
considered.
yeah.
All right, let's see if you can do a set of survival checks and make it to the destination that you're looking for. You got to get higher than a 48.
21.
27.
That's
Nat
48.
24.
Ooh,
Ooh, 2 nat 20s. Sheesh.
62.
nice. Yes, I assume you head over to the
Yeah, we do. There we go.
runes. Yeah, you guys finally sort of make your way across this mountain range, and in sight once more are these enormous sort of totem poles, ancient depictions of demons and giants carved into absolutely gigantic stone columns. Most of them have fallen to ruin, but there are many that are still standing. And a few of them are covered in these glowing runes, giantish runes that seem to depict predominantly strength. And that's where we're going to end our session. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Quick announcement: the show is now available on Apple Podcasts, and it's if you can head on over there and rate this, then it gets us on the new and noteworthy pages and stuff. So please look up Quura on Apple Podcasts and you can listen to it over there if you want. It is insanely helpful to get on those. When you put a new sort of podcast out, getting some early traction is unbelievably useful for us. So if you could do that, that'd be great. And also, just an FYI, we're on Apple Podcasts now, so you can listen to it there if you're an audio listener.
Audio jungle.
Audio jungle. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back next week, and we'll see if you guys ever make it out of the giant lands. I have a horrible feeling you're going to go straight back to Hard's Tower, and we're going to be there again for a while.
Well, after all those bugs, I mean, we're filthy. We need another
We have
shower.
to.
Yeah.
We'll just quietly hear over the horizon. When you wish upon a star.
All right, I'm gonna go away and make glitterpedes and a tornado of creatures
Bugnado.
to add
Bugnado.
in a bugnado to add into the random encounters, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace. Bye.